Hello, this message is for someone who is right now unfortunately being slandered. Okay? So if this message is for you, there's someone in your life, or maybe possibly someone you were not on good terms with, or you're semi estranged from, who at one point was close to you, and this person is going around speaking ill of you and making up lies. Okay, so whatever they're saying, it's not based in reality, and they are aware of that. Okay, this is not a case of this is just my take on what happened, or you know um, I feel bad about the situation, so I'm talking about it, and this is just how bad I feel about what's happening. No, it's not like that. What's happening here is someone is come up with a lie, a story, a narrative, an alternative an alternative account of events, and they are going out of their way to pass this story on as if it was the one and only reality. Okay, and they are talking to both people who you know and people who you don't know. Okay, even though I'm actually getting several scenarios. One scenario, they're talking to people you don't know at all because you don't have people in common. Another scenario I'm getting, that for those people, this is a very close person. It might even be like a sibling or significant other, or parent or child, so someone very close. And for that group of people, they are going to both people you know and people you do know, so people you have in common and people you don't. So maybe they're going to friends of theirs or co-workers that you don't know, but they're also going to relatives you have in common, for example. And then there's a third group in which the person who's being slandered is being slandered to a group that you used to belong to, if this message is for you, but you no longer do. Okay, so perhaps you work someplace and you no longer work there, and this person's going off to both ex-co-workers of yours but also new people. So those are the three different scenarios I'm getting. But in either case, in all of these cases, if this message is for you, unfortunately, you're being slandered. And it's not just gossip, because this is designed and intentional, maliciously intentional, and it's meant to destroy the perception of your character. They literally are trying to make you look like a really bad person. And because they don't have real life examples that they can use, they are sort of coming up with fictional narratives. Okay, there's also, for this, I'm also getting three scenarios, complicated reading, but says this scenario where they're slandering you to people you don't know because you don't have anyone in common. That person might be using things that have happened and reframing them as your fault, and just coming up with an alternative movie, and being just so kind of like the facts can be explained without them taking any accountability for possibly doing you wrong, is what I'm getting. So this person who's slandering you might have actually done you wrong, and that's their motivation to slander you, is to preemptively clear their name. Now, group number two, the one where someone really close to you might be talking ill of you to both people you have in common and people you don't. That group, this person is using a specific thing that has happened to exaggerate your flaws. Okay, so they've used a specific event that has taken place that they are not happy about, and they are coming up with a whole fictional story to accentuate your flaws and shortcomings. And in that way, they're sort of fictionalizing the truth or their take on the truth in a way that makes you look awful. And they are doing that for this group specifically that is someone really close to that you're still, very much involved with. For this group, the reason they are doing this is because they want pity. I know that's kind of crazy, but like that's what I'm getting. Like what they want is a lot of comfort and cuddling and all this pity, take care of you type behaviors from others. So that's why they're doing that in this case. They're not happy with what took place, and so they're taking that event as a jumping off point to create a fictional story of you, the villain, so other people can be like, oh, poor you, that's how your significant other is, or oh, poor you, that's how your parent is or your child is. And so that's what's going on with that group. Now the third group, the one where it's like maybe you used to be part of a group but now you're not, and then someone is feeling a way about that. Someone has deep feelings on that, and what I'm getting is they are upset that they don't have explanations as to why you're no longer part of that group, and so they're taking that very offensively and personally, and they're come up with some really fucked up theories as to, so sort of like they seem to have imagined that you think yourself to be better than them, and that's why you no longer want to be part of this group, which I'm getting distinctly is just not the case. It's not like that. You might have outgrown the place, the dynamic, the group, but you don't feel yourself above it. It's more so like you feel it's no longer a match, whether it's a workplace or a group of friends or whatever the hell. Like, say, to use a personal example, I am sober, I don't drink at all, and I almost haven't drunk in 5 years, and I have no intention of drinking ever again. And so there are, people and activities I'm not interested in participating in at all. And it's nothing personal towards those people, but I don't want to go to the bar. So that's that, and so it has. I don't think I'm above people who drink. It's just simply not what I want to do for my own personal reasons. So it's something like that where you made a choice for yourself that made you no longer resonate with this group of people or place that you used to go to, or club or environment you used to belong to, and someone is pissed off about it, so they've created this fictional story because they lack details or a desire to truly actually understand you. So they're telling a whole fictional narrative of your supposed arrogance or something like that and rejection of them, and that's the way they're coping with their feelings of inadequacy. So there you go. Those are the 3 scenarios I'm getting for everyone getting slandered. I'm sorry, it sucks. Dealt with that a lot, and I guess I have personal advice, but I'm gonna leave that aside, and I'm gonna tell you what is getting what I'm channeling, what I'm receiving, is that the reason all these 3 scenarios were brought up for this collective reading is because they all have the same solution, and the solution is you need to become outspoken about your truth. You're someone who lets people run with whatever they want to say, and that's fine. I mean, that's literally what I do as well. So maybe this message is for me a little bit too, right? You have to sort of put yourself out there more and speak your truth, so people can't make judgment, and if they're going to pass judgment on you, and it's going to be, your character is going to be put to the they're going to judge your character. You might as well do it with some real basis, and at least you need to give yourself a chance to be judged on your own narrative of who you really are. So that's the message I'm getting. You need to take a more active step in putting yourself out there and owning your true narrative, so people know what's up and they don't only have gossip and rumors to go off of. So I hope that was helpful.